Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. This morning we'll be in Deuteronomy chapter 33, verses 1 through 29. This is the blessing Moses, the man of God, pronounced upon the Israelites before his death. He said, "The Lord came from Sinai and revealed himself to Israel from Seir. He appeared in splendor from Mount Paran and came forth with 10,000 holy ones. With his right hand he gave a fiery law to them. Surely he loves the people. All your holy ones are in your power, and they sit at your feet, each receiving your words. Moses delivered to us a law, an inheritance for the assembly of Jacob. The Lord was king over Jeshurun, when the leaders of the people assembled, the tribes of Israel together. May Reuben live and not die, and may his people multiply. And this is the blessing to Judah," he said. "Listen, O Lord, to Judah's voice, and bring him to his people. May his power be great, and may you help him against his foes." Of Levi he said, "Your Thummim and Urim belong to your godly one, whose authority you challenged at Massah, and with whom you argued at the waters of Meribah. He said to his father and mother, 'I have not seen him,' and he did not acknowledge his own brothers or know his own children, for they kept your word and guarded your covenant. They will teach Jacob your ordinances, and Israel your law. They will offer incense as a pleasant odor, and a whole offering on your altar. Bless, O Lord, his goods, and be pleased with his efforts. Undercut the legs of any who attack him, and of those who hate him, so that they cannot stand." Of Benjamin he said, "The beloved of the Lord will live safely by him. He protects him all the time, and the Lord places him on his chest." Of Joseph he said, "May the Lord bless his land with a harvest produced by the sky, by the dew, and by the depths crouching beneath, with the harvest produced by the daylight and by the moonlight, with the best of the ancient mountains and the harvest produced by the age-old hills, with the harvest of the earth and its fullness, and the pleasure of him who resided in the burning bush. May blessing rest on Joseph's head, and on top of the head of the one set apart from his brothers. May the firstborn of his bull bring him honor, and may his horns be those of a wild ox. With them may he gore all peoples, all the far reaches of the earth. They are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh." Of Zebulun he said, "Rejoice, Zebulun, when you go outside, and Issachar when you are in your tents. They will summon peoples to the mountain. There they will sacrifice proper sacrifices, for they will enjoy the abundance of the seas and the hidden treasures of the shores." Of Gad he said, "Blessed be the one who enlarges Gad. Like a lioness he will dwell. He will tear at an arm, indeed a scalp. He has selected the best part for himself, for the portion of the ruler is set aside there. He came with the leaders of the people. He obeyed the righteous laws of the Lord and his ordinances with Israel." Of Dan he said, "Dan is the lion's cub. He will leap forth from Bashan." Of Naphtali he said, "O Naphtali, overflowing with favor and full of the Lord's blessing, possess the west and south." Of Asher he said, "Asher is blessed with children. May he be favored by his brothers, and may he dip his foot in olive oil. The bars of your gates will be made of iron and bronze, and may you have lifelong strength. There is no one like God, O Jeshurun, who rides through the sky to help you, on the clouds in majesty. The everlasting God is a refuge, and underneath you are his eternal arms. He has driven out enemies before you, and has said, 'Destroy.' Israel lives in safety. The fountain of Jacob is quite secure, in a land of grain and new wine. Indeed, its heavens rain down dew. You have joy, Israel, who is like you. You are a people delivered by the Lord, your protective shield and your exalted sword. May your enemies cringe before you. May you trample on their backs." Interesting. So here you have a blessing given by Moses to the Israelites before his death. And it, to me, mirrors what Israel's blessing was, that is, Jacob's blessing to his sons as he was about to die when he went to the land of Egypt. So, yeah. Let's see here. As Moses looked at Israel with a shepherd's heart, he could not leave them without blessing them. It must be this way. Moses could not leave this earth without a final blessing of the people he has loved and served in the Lord for these 40 years. Let Reuben live. This is a general blessing for the tribe of Reuben. Moses prayed, nor let his men be few, asking the tribe of Reuben to be blessed with growth. Live and not die. This tepid blessing is in line with Jacob's prophecy concerning the tribe of Reuben. You shall not excel. The tribe of Reuben never did excel, as far as we know. There never came a prophet, or judge, or king from the tribe of Reuben. Hear, Lord, the voice of Judah. Since the name Judah means praise, Moses prayed that the Lord would hear the voice of praise. Let his hands be sufficient. Essentially, Moses prayed for the blessing and sustaining of the tribe of Judah, no doubt until it could fulfill its prophetic destiny to bring forth the Messiah. Moses knew this destiny for the tribe of Judah from Jacob's prophecy in Genesis 49:10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. One interesting point before I forget it. In 33:26, it says, "There is no one like God, O Jeshurun, who rides through the sky to help you on the clouds in majesty." So, only God is a cloud rider, according to 33:26. They have observed your word and kept your covenant. Because of this, Levi had a blessed place among the tribes of Israel. Moses prayed that the substance of Levi would be blessed and that their enemies would be defeated. They shall teach Jacob your judgments and Israel your law. Especially Levi had the blessed place of teaching Israel the word of God. They would accomplish this as they were scattered in Israel, as Jacob had prophesied. So one thing I think is interesting regarding Levi's blessing here. Where is it? He said to his father and mother in verse 9, I have not seen him, and he did not acknowledge his own brothers or know his own children, for they kept your word and guarded your covenant. This shows, I think, the preferential treatment that they gave to God over family and over Israel in general. Because when Moses was coming off the mountain with the Ten Commandments, and the people were running around doing idolatry and adultery, you had Moses summon the people to the tent of meeting, I guess, and say to the crowd, anyone who's for God, come to me. And the tribe of Levi came to him, and they went back and forth through the camp with a sword, slaying those who were violating the commands of God. And again, on a different occasion, you have, who was it? One of the priests who, during the adultery with Moab, you had one of the prominent Israeli officials coming in with his foreign wife into the very tabernacle area, and he was slain by one of the priests there, thus showing on multiple occasions that they preferred God rather than even familial bonds. So, The prophecy, "I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel," was given to both the tribes of Simeon and Levi. For the tribe of Levi it was a blessing, as they were scattered throughout the nation, to minister to the people, and to bring God's word to the whole nation. For the tribe of Simeon, the scattering was a significant curse. They are not even mentioned among the tribes being blessed here. Oh man, I didn't realize that. Of Benjamin, the beloved of the Lord. The place of special love and blessing Benjamin had would be prophetically fulfilled in a Benjamite city becoming the center of the nation, Jerusalem. He shall dwell between his shoulders. The beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him. Thus, through the tribe of Benjamin, though the tribe of Benjamin was indeed fierce and warlike, Jacob's prophecy described Benjamin as a ravenous wolf, the tribe was greatly beloved of the Lord. Regarding Joseph, blessed of the Lord is his land. The two tribes of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh, were indeed blessed numerically in Israel. The descendants of this one son among 12 sons of Jacob were far more numerous than all the other tribes. Zebulun. They shall partake of the abundance of the seas. Both the tribes of Zebulun and Issachar were in the Galilee region and were blessed to take advantage of the Sea of Galilee. Of Gad, he dwells as a lion. The lion-like character of the tribe of Gad was shown by the fact that Gad furnished many fine troops for David. Of Dan, he is a lion's whelp. He shall leap from Bashan. He shall leap from Bashan. This may not be a complimentary phrase. History records that Dan was a troublesome tribe. They were the tribe to introduce idolatry into Israel. Jeroboam set up one of his idolatrous golden calves in Dan, and later Dan became a center of idol worship in Israel. Indeed, Jacob said of Dan in Genesis 49:17, "Dan shall be a serpent by the way." From Bashan. The tribe of Dan originally was allotted land in the southern part of Israel, but migrated to the north hundreds of years after this, in Judges 18. Moses' reference to Bashan prophetically anticipated this migration. Interesting. Of Naphtali. O Naphtali, satisfied with favor. The tribe of Naphtali was indeed satisfied with favor. Naphtali's land was in a key portion near the Sea of Galilee, the region where Jesus did much of his teaching and ministry. No wonder Moses says this tribe is full of the blessings of the Lord, and that Jacob said of Naphtali in Genesis 49:21, he gives godly words. Asher is most blessed of sons. The abundance of the tribe of Asher was also expressed by Jacob in Genesis 49:20. He shall yield royal dainties. And then the closing part about God. The eternal God is your refuge. What blessing God bestowed on Israel. As Paul said in Romans 3:2, to them were committed the oracles of God. The true greatness of Israel is the same as the greatness of the Christian, not in and of themselves, but in their God. There is no one like the God of Jeshurun, who rides the heavens to help you. God is great and uses his greatness on behalf of his people, upholding them with the everlasting arms. When we are a people saved by the Lord, it means that God is for us and heaven is on our side. If God is for us, who can be against us? He is the shield of your help. Yeah. Anywho, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a great day. Bye.